Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be watching DSP go on an unhinged rant against the Detractors and them taking things out of context. Of course, I want to give a shout out to Snort Hogan for the upload. I appreciate it as always. But I want to keep the intro short because the rest of the video is long enough, so let's get into it.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, Hogan. Snort.
Now, what's funny about all of this is, that was last night. I had a great time. Posted up the gameplay. And that was, I'm relaxing with my wife or whatever. It's like the end of the night. And, I decide to check the comments and approve comments on all my videos at the time. Okay, let's approve comments. Let's do that. So I go to do it. And I start seeing comments.
This is a thing that he does that I hate. If you're gonna tell a story to an audience, don't be looking at your phone or reading chat or whatever it is he's doing right now. That's the least interesting way to tell a story when you've got a bunch of pauses in between going, Just focus for 5 seconds and tell your stupid story.
On my video for the Honda stuff. And it's basically, you get the idiot trolls who are trying to be shitty and stupid. And then someone actually left a really nice comment. And I actually posted it both on my Twitter and on my channel page here on DSP Gaming.
That sounds really sad. If he double posted it because it's so rare that someone leaves a positive comment, that's a bad look. But if as a grown 41-year-old man, that comment made him feel good, so he felt the need to double post it, I feel like that's not a very good look either. I get being appreciative for compliments or nice things that get said to you online, but to double post them, that just seems a bit strange to me.
And I don't have it. I didn't screen cap it. It was pretty dumb. But I'm just going to kind of read it. Someone left this comment on the video where I hit master rank with Honda. It said, "Yes, sir. Hard work pays off. It's crazy how other channels will just post your L's and your rage, but no progression or any of your wins. Congrats on getting master rank."
Now, I understand what he's saying. He's talking about not showing things how they really are, not being in context or whatever. But from an entertainment standpoint, if your followers follow you to detract on DSP, if you're a detractor style individual, why the hell would you post DSP's wins? None of your audience wants to see that. I mean, to some extent, your goal as a content creator should be, yes, to make things that you enjoy, but also you should provide your viewers with content and entertainment that they want to see. And if you are a detractor channel, you have detractor viewers who want to see the rage content, the L's. Why would you post W's?
To which I responded, "Thank you for saying it." And I gave a thumbs up and I faved the post or whatever. And this is very true because I am not part of the FGC. All right. I don't strive to be. All right.
Every time he brings up the FGC, I genuinely don't know what he's talking about. Because if the FGC just stands for fighting game community, anybody who plays fighting games and keeps up with fighting games and like tournaments and stuff is in the fighting game community. You don't have to have a big name like Justin Wong to be in the FGC or be in the fighting game community. Unless this is some like elite group of players that I'm unaware of because I don't personally keep up with fighting games. This sounds stupid. And he says he doesn't want to be part of the FGC, whatever that means to him. But the reality is that they would laugh him out of the fucking room. Any pro fighting game player who's talked on DSP has said nothing but negative things about him and they don't take him seriously. Some of them may have given him props back in the day, but it's not super turbo anymore, bro.
As you guys know, all right? Because I'm not focused on Street Fighter as my primary thing, okay? I don't have FGC support. I don't have many people or any people really in the FGC who follow me, okay? I'm a fringe guy.
You're definitely a cringe guy.
I'm on the edges. But if anything, what I've shown is that just what I've said over the years is absolutely true. If I commit the time and the effort to becoming good at a fighting game, I can be good at a fighting game again. And I think I've now proven that in Street Fighter 6, taking not one but 2 characters to master on multiple consoles. I've shown that I have skill even in a modern fighting game. I'm not some scrub, all right? And if I actually dedicated more time, I probably would even get even better.
And I'll give him his props right now as far as Street Fighter 6 goes. He's definitely better than I would be as someone who doesn't play. But he's not a pro-level player at all. And that's very evident in every stream that he does of Street Fighter 6. If you're constantly dropping inputs and losing to what he calls pattern play, you're not a top-level player by any means. And he keeps touting these master ranks like they mean something when he said before that you can get to master rank with a 20% win-loss ratio. Granted, he doesn't have a 20% win-loss ratio. He has a 61, which is pretty decent, I think. But if he's going to keep talking down on master rank and acting like the title means nothing, then why does he keep bringing it up so often? But I had to stop him right there because he's about to go completely off the goddamn rails.
Yes, I can tell you right now, if I chose to sacrifice time of my private life here to travel and play in Street Fighter tournaments, I would probably do well in Street Fighter tournaments, okay?
Maybe small local tournaments, but if you tried to go to like Evo or some sort of regional, you'd get absolutely destroyed. You're getting perfected by online nobodies, dude. You're not gonna go to some tournament and act like you're hot shit. Absolutely not. And anytime you've played against a top level player like Nephew or Snake Eyes, you got absolutely bodied and stood no chance. So don't come in here and act like if you dedicated a little bit more time to it and took it more seriously that you would actually face them. Dude, you're 41 years old. You're not in your prime anymore. These kids are going to destroy you.
The thing is, I don't want to. I've already told you guys, I have no aspirations to become a pro fighting game player, anything like that. I don't. I just want to play the games and cover them for you guys, and I want to show that I still have skill. So at least when I'm playing these games, there's a reason to listen to some of my opinions because I kind of know what I'm talking about. I mean, I was only right the entire fucking time about Street Fighter V, and no one wanted to acknowledge it then, but now that Street Fighter 6 is out, everyone says Street Fighter V sucks, like I said all along. Kind of funny, huh?
DSP, do you ever think that maybe those people actually enjoyed the game when they played it? That they actually had fun playing the game, unlike you? They had fun mastering the combos and trying to beat other people and getting better at the game and practice and all of that. You ever think that maybe they actually had fun? And maybe that's why they enjoyed the game. Not because it was the greatest game ever, not because it was the best Street Fighter game that's ever existed, but because they were having fun doing it and there was a community for it. Maybe because they built communities around the game that they enjoyed interacting with. You ever thought that maybe those people only see in hindsight that Street Fighter V is not as good as they thought it was? That because Street Fighter 6 came out and, as you said, is so much better, that they now see that Street Fighter V was lacking? Just some food for thought.
Anyway, the point I'm making here is, unlike other people in the FGC, I don't get a dogpiling of support or attaboys or anything. I mean, I have my small group of viewers who've enjoyed watching me play Street Fighter 6 and supported it, and then I get my insanely large army of moronic cult-like trolls who only will focus on the negative.
That's us. Big ups us. Shout out.
So if I'm playing Street Fighter 6 and I'm calling out bullshit, like, wow, those top tiers really destroy Honda. Everything they do counter hits him. Everything they do stuffs his moves. It's so hard to play with this character at a top level and get into Master compared to, say, Blanca, who is way easier, right?
It doesn't make sense to me that he would continue playing Honda if he constantly has these problems with top tiers destroying him with no remorse. If the character is that bad, you can either suck it up and just continue to play the character, or you can change characters. But bitching on stream every single time you have to play him doesn't make sense to me. Why would you keep making yourself that upset by playing the character that is going to continue to give you problems?
So I say that, and all they do is they highlight the toxic shit. They don't highlight the fact that I went on a win streak. They don't show the moments where I'm perfectly counter hitting, where I'm doing mix-ups, where I'm coming back, where I'm doing great stuff. They won't ever highlight that stuff. They'll only highlight the one time that I got spanked by someone, or the time when I raged and I punched my joystick because I was so pissed because 5 matches in a row a combo dropped and it cost me the match, right? That's what they focus on.
Because that's where the entertainment is. And that's especially where the entertainment is when you operate a detractor channel. That's where the entertainment is when we like to see you fail, DSP. And you give so much of that salt and rage content that it's easy to make the detractor content, just highlighting your losses. There's so much of it. This very segment is one of those salty and rage-filled segments. You're the only content creator I know of that can have 3 or 4 videos, 10-minute, 15-minute videos put out every single day for every single stream that they do, and it's always negative content. And I'm not talking about people repeating the same content. I'm talking about you'll have 4 different negative segments in the pre-stream, this pre-stream. I had to pick between this and another segment to get it out at a reasonable time that was relevant. That's insane.
And that's what people see, because people are idiots. People are gullible, moronic idiots who love drama. And anyone who focuses on that shit, shame on fucking you. Because if you don't know the truth of the matter because you're a lazy idiot who only watches focused drama crap, you are dumb. And you're just part of the fucking problem that propagates toxicity on YouTube. You don't understand that those highlights are not real.
Those highlights are very much real. Also, I believe they're called lowlights. But they're definitely real. I can see the footage. I can see you talking. It's not AI. Those are genuine clips from your genuine stream. I don't know what you could possibly mean by they're not real. That doesn't make sense.
It's the same thing that people used to do with This Is How You Don't Play. Only highlight the moments of weakness, the moments of frailty, the moments of mistakes, the dumb things that are dumb. But what about the entire picture?
There's This Is How You Don't Plays where you get to see the entire story beginning to end. Because DSP fucked it up so bad, you got to see the whole thing. Watch the Dead Rising, This Is How You Don't Play, and tell me I'm wrong.
There's a big picture here, and if you don't actually look at the big picture, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about, but you still believe it's fact. The same thing the dumb fuck side-scrollers did during their interview with me, where all they did to research me was listen to haters and hater videos and hater jump.
The haters do the best job of tracking your history accurately, DSP. Shout out the Dent Scrolls. I'll have a link in the description. They do fantastic work. And I don't think anybody knows your history better than Tevin at this point. That dude's so deep in the trenches. Big ups Tevin and the Almighty Egg Gang. What up?
Did they watch a single piece of my real content? No.
Detractor content has a lot of your unedited footage in it, DSP. Hell, aside from my obvious cut-ins and speeding it up by 0.2, this is unedited footage. I'm not chopping up what you're saying. I'm not changing your words around. I'm not moving segments around. This is exactly how you delivered it, and I'm just butting in. Also, you have no proof that they didn't watch your footage at all. That's silly.
Did they actually talk to my fans and viewers on why you would like my content? No.
And who did you want them to get into contact with, DSP? Derek? Did you want them to try and get into contact with the elusive 1 Minute Man? Because I promise if they tried to get a hold of 1 Minute Man, your ass would have said that they were stalkers and detractors from the jump because they were trying to dox your whales.
Did they ask anyone the truth of the matter, or did they just believe every single thing that was told to them that was dramatic?
The truth of the matter is they got into contact with people who are in the Snortex. People who watch every stream. People who know all the lore. That's the truth of the matter. They went to absolutely the best sources for DSP information.
And then turn that into capitalization for personal gain over and over and over. That's what they all do on the internet. None of these people are fucking smart. They're just greedy. That let me make drama content, let me only focus on trash so that I can get clickbait views and become popular and get money on YouTube from dumb fuck people.
And again, the content that he's not interested in making is instantly trash. All negative content is trash. If you're interested in people's drama, trash. I mean, there's definitely some value to that, but it's a mixed bag at the end of the day. A mixed style situation, if you will.
It's a vicious cycle that's getting worse and worse, and it's becoming all of YouTube now. It's fucking pathetic.
Either your YouTube algorithm really knows what you like, DSP, or you live in a very insulated world. There's so much more content online and on YouTube, you have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
And if anyone out there, if you see people doing it, those are pathetic fucking people. Really. So. Thank you. CJ says 10 minutes till we try messaging the bot again. Thanks. I'll try again in 10 minutes. Please remind me. Thank you. Okay.
That little bot comment was the other segment I was going to do. Him complaining about Sony support and trying to refund MK1 pre-order. The whole thing was stupid. Truly some first world problem type shit.
So anyway, thank you to the person who sent me the nice message. Now, hilariously, this morning, I'm just on Twitter checking for news. We have a few news articles to talk about today. And there's a post, of course, from one of my detractor idiots saying, I have clipped the moment where Phil told someone who says that they're suffering from depression that, hey, at least they're not playing Honda and Street Fighter, okay?
I personally haven't seen this clip. I don't watch the Street Fighter streams. They fucking suck. And I also miss most late streams because I have a full-time job. So I don't have the clip or I would show it to you. My one YouTube search did not come back with the results I expected, so I didn't find it.
It's hilarious because this moronic idiot, this mouth drooler,
he really should stop saying mouth drooler knowing how severely handicapped Jade is. I really wish Jade would go find a new content creator to watch and get out of this toxicity because it's just a bad situation for him. DSP is not a good guy.
Clipped a moment out of context on my stream, acting as if it's something that's real, okay? So what happened was there was someone on stream last night who came by and said that they were feeling depressed, and they tagged me in the chat. Now, I'm playing ranked Street Fighter 6 with Honda trying to hit Master. What the fuck does that have to do with the stream? Nothing. It's a blatant attempt to derail the stream.
Or maybe DSP, it was just a community member who was trying to talk to you because they like you and you genuinely make them feel better. So they were trying to communicate with you. Some streamers actually communicate with their chat on a more personal level. You're a maniac, man. You just want to play your games and get money. That you don't know these people. You don't want to know these people. You don't want to actually talk to them. You just want money.
You're not going to come to a Street Fighter 6 ranking stream to get advice on depression. It's not going to happen. This person is obviously doing this to derail the stream to try to distract me. It's a very common tactic that people do, especially when I play Street Fighter. Let's try to bring up unrelated topics and controversy and dumb shit so that Phil can get his mind rattled and he fucks up. It happens all the time.
Yeah, that's some weak-minded individual type behavior. This dude really be reading chat knowing that the chat will mess up his gameplay. If you're taking it that seriously, why even read the chat?
Okay? So how do I respond to it? I'll tell you how I respond to it with a joke. I'm not going to be serious about it. I said, I'm really sorry to hear you're not feeling good, right? Hopefully you feel a little better after you watch me play Street Fighter 6. Hey, at least you're not grinding in this game with Honda. Look how hard it is to get wins at this level with Honda. It's like a nightmare, and it would just make you feel worse, right? So it's a joke. And everyone watching the stream knows that, but these fucking morons will take a clip out of context and say, see, Phil is actually trying to give real advice on depression. What a horrible person. This is his take on depression.
Just based off of the way that he told it, and I'm sure it's covered in Pignosis, but just based off that, I wouldn't walk away with that mindset of him actually trying to give real advice or whatever, but I'm sure he was a lot more negative about it, so... But I absolutely had to stop him here and warn you that he's about to go off the rails again.
Hey, stupid. I have depression, you dumb fuck. I actually have it. I know what it feels like, all right? So if I know what it is, do you think I'm going to give bad advice about fucking depression?
I can neither confirm nor deny whether or not Philip Burnell has depression. That's not my say. But he does not come off to me as a depressed individual. A depressing individual, certainly, because his life is very sad, but not a depressed individual. Also, having something like depression does not automatically make you an expert in the field. Especially when I'm sure if he does have it, he's never gone and seen anyone with a professional background who actually gave him advice. So yes, I absolutely believe that you would give bad information on depression if you had it anyway, DSP.
I didn't give the guy any advice. I made a joke about Street Fighter 6. You're a fucking idiot. Get fucked, you stupid loser who thinks you know anything about anything in real fucking life. You know nothing. You're the epitome of a waste of life to try to take an out of context clip and say that I said something bad about depression when I fucking have it. Get fucked, really. No, really. Go fuck yourself. You're a loser. You have no power over anyone on this planet.
No power over anyone on this planet? Bro, what are you even talking about? Who said they wanted power over people on this planet? Phil's a fucking weirdo, man.
If you disappeared today, no one would care. That's the truth of the matter. So go make as many clips as you fucking want with your loser circle. Okay, so that's what I mean. When all people do is they take the negative out of context, or they do whatever they can to make you look bad, that's what happens. So what they'll do is they'll take what I just said, that clip I just did, and they'll take it out of context. And they'll say, you see, well, why did Phil say that? Oh, it doesn't matter why he said it, but here's what he said, right?
No, Phil, I'm going to leave that in context. People saw that. Again, aside from me interrupting every once in a while, people are going to see that. And regardless of what the context is, reacting like that to somebody is kind of absurd. There is actually like zero things that could justify that kind of behavior towards somebody else. I've seen families of murder victims have more composure than you did right there. Zero emotional regulation for a young Philip Burnell.
I said it because someone did something incredibly heinous. Someone did something incredibly nasty. Something so bad. And they do it every day, by the way. This is not just a serious situation. This is bullshit. And they do it every day. And they deserve to be treated like that. They do. Because people like that should never be treated with respect. Because they don't treat anyone else with respect. They need to be downgraded to what they really are. The scum at the bottom of the fucking barrel of YouTube.
Actually degrading another human being and calling them lesser. Again, there's almost no justification for this. You look like an insane person. This is an absurd reaction.
That's how they should be addressed every time you address them. They should be talked down to because they don't deserve anyone's time. You understand?
And I didn't mean to cut it like that intentionally. It just happened in the recording like that. But it does kind of sound like he's talking about a certain type of person, if you catch my drift. An ethnic style person, if you will.
So stop paying attention to bullshit, right? And thank you to a nice person who actually said, you know, I've actually watched all the gameplay. You really worked your ass off to get up to master level. That should be respected. You're actually good at Street Fighter 6. But how many people say that? One.
And does that hurt your feelings, Dave, that nobody's kissing your ass in the comments section? You sound like such a spoiled little bitch. Wah, nobody's telling me I'm good at Street Fighter.
How many idiots talk shit about me in Street Fighter 6? Thousands. Because they're dumb. There's too many dumb people on Earth. And, you know, it's depressing. You want to know what's depressing? That's depressing. The fact that there's that many dumb asses on Earth who are just happy to revel in misery and toxicity, whether it's real or not, if it's manufactured, they still don't care. This is their life, to sit there and just shit on other people. What a worthless existence. If all those people disappeared overnight, this planet would actually be more a positive place.
And I can't get it out of my head now. All this talk about them being scum and them not deserving respect and them being beneath him and them being extra dumb. And if they were off the face of this planet, the world would be a better place. It sounds like DSP's got a final style solution. Obviously, I know that's not what he's talking about. Don't shit on me for that. But I can't help but think of it now. He sounds actually insane. He's so upset.
But they don't get that. They don't understand that they need to turn their lives around and become better people because people allow them and promote and give them a level of success that they don't deserve.
And they don't deserve their success just because they make fun of you. If you create a product that people want to buy, if you create content that people want to see, it deserves success. And that's what they've done. They've taken your content, they've made it watchable, no matter how they do it, whether it's just by cutting it up, by whether it's changing the things that you say to actually be funny, whether it's by calling you out like this. If people want to see it, they deserve the success.
This website itself, YouTube, has degraded itself down to the toxic levels of drama constantly for nothing. For what? For money? So ruin the internet for money. Wow, that sounds like a great idea.
The internet got ruined by money a long time ago. It wasn't by YouTube, it was by Google as a whole. And it really has nothing to do with negativity and drama and everything to do with how they sell data and share your data with like ad agencies and whatnot. But that's not what we're here to talk about.
You know, when I started on YouTube, everyone was positive and excited. Wow, there's free content on the internet. People playing games and showing their passion for something, and it's free. And every day I can just come to YouTube and turn on a YouTube channel and watch a bunch of people having passion for whatever they do: singing, dancing, art, literature, musical instruments, or art, or craft, or a forte. Maybe they're a guru with something. You could talk about politics and religion, and it was welcomed instead of controversial. You could play video games and show how your love for games and everything. People loved it.
Mind you, this is coming from the King of Hate himself, and his favorite content creator back then was the angry video game nerd. So the guy who spent all day on forums acting like a toxic asshole would go and watch a YouTuber whose whole shtick was being upset and angry and vulgar about video games. This guy's just delusional. I don't think any part of the internet has ever been positive for him ever.
Today it's like, no matter what, we have to just destroy everyone and be a toxic idiot just to make money. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people, But that's life, I guess, right? I'm still here. I'm happy to still have a positive audience that loves what I do. It's just sad that the audience is so small compared to the amount of morons out there who just like the toxic nonsense that's made up on a daily basis.
I'm just glad to hear him acknowledge that the amount of people who actually like him is very small.
Because the truth is, yes, I do get angry at Street Fighter 6. Absolutely. But if you listen to the things I say when I'm angry, they're truthful. The top tiers are broken. They're way overpowered compared to the rest of the cast. It's very hard to use a non-top tier against the top tier because the top tiers have all the advantages. It's just a truthful fact about Street Fighter 6. Usually it's like that with every fighting game. And if I'm angry because I'm losing to it, I'm going to call it out. All right? There's nothing wrong with that. If someone's just literally mashing a pattern online, I have the right to criticize their gameplay and say they suck. Because they do.
But if someone's beating you, you have no right to tell them that they're bad at the game. That doesn't make sense. And it's the way you do it. If you said it like that during your streams, it would be one thing. But you don't. You get angry and salty and you start hitting your joystick and like yelling about it. That's where the entertainment is. And you say that stuff so much that it's an excuse for you at this point. And that's why nobody ever believes you, is because you just say those things every single time that you're losing. It's like the boy who cried wolf.
They're not good. When I played actual known ranked players who were great players from tournaments, I called it out and said, they're amazing. They actually outplayed me in a massive way, and I really respected them. Versus a moron going, duh, playing a pattern over and over. You can't do anything about it because the character's overpowered.
He really should not have made that noise. Again, knowing that Jade is severely disabled. I'm sorry, Jade.
That's valid criticism of the game. Just because you're an idiot who doesn't understand the game doesn't make my criticism invalid. It just makes you an idiot. Okay? Yeah, I get angry and I get heated, I get agitated. My adrenaline levels go up. People enjoy seeing that. But that doesn't mean I'm not good at Street Fighter. In fact, it means the opposite. It means I'm angry because I'm good at Street Fighter, and it pisses me off that I lose to bullshit.
That's not necessarily how that works. Okay.
But then, when I'm hitting multiple master ranks, that doesn't matter, right? Oh, no, that doesn't mean anything, right? No, fuck you.
You said it yourself, the master rank doesn't mean anything, and you can get there with a shitty win-loss ratio, yada, yada, yada. You got no one to blame but yourself. You belittled the rank before you got there, and then you got there, you want to act like it means something. Shut up.
You don't mean nothing to me or anyone else who has a brain in their fucking head between their two ears. You and your group of losers can keep being losers until you have a valid point. We're all still waiting. Really, we're all still waiting for your point. You haven't had one yet. Your points are just nonsensical things that you repeat ad nauseum like a bunch of parrots or sheep because you're so dumb. Just a bunch of dumbest people, the dumbest bottom of the barrel people on the planet, all circle jerking each other off on the internet. Nobody cares about you.
But that's where I'm going to leave it at for this video. DSP really never fails to amaze me with some of the things that he does, like these unhinged segments. Again, big shout out to Snort Hogan for the upload. I always appreciate it. There'll be a link in the description to the original video as always, and there'll also be a link to the Dent Scrolls channel below as well. So make sure to check those two and other Detractor channels out and dive deeper into that Snortex.